to some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expect, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You don't talk about y'all. Fix me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, tribe? Happy Sunday. Listen, I wasn't going to go live. I just got done with a live on my review channel, but I said, let me slide in here and talk a little something. There's a little something to talk about. We're going to get into it. We ain't going to be here long. No, we ain't going to be here long because we're going to be talking about RuPaul's Drag Race in about an hour. But let me say hi to the people. Let me say hi to the peoples. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hope everybody had a great weekend. The weekend be going by so fast, don't it? God, I feel like it was just Friday, but it's a blessing. I went to church today. I shared my church service on my community wall for those of y'all that were at Bedside Baptist. Hope y'all enjoyed it if you clicked in. Thank you, Demetria. You love the new intro. Thank you. Let me say hi to the people. What's up, Quake? Hey, Powerful. Grown Woman Don't Cry. Hey, Travel Girl. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, my love. Chuck, long time no see. What's up? Hey, Drinks with D. Hey, Boom. Nicole Mack. Crystal Marshall. Lovely Soul of Two. Yes, happy Sunday. Hey, Sharice. Tan. Crazy Homebody Girl. Tarshell. Alexis. Ravine. What's up? Janae. Montrez. Janae, I have a question for you, too. I'll text you, though. Hi, everybody. I hope you guys had a happy Sunday or having a happy Sunday. I shouldn't say had. It ain't over yet. We still got daylight out there, child. It ain't over. So first of all, I want to say, I don't really want to say this too loud because I don't want it to stop. But as you guys know, well, most of y'all know, I have been stuck. I hit 18K, I think like in June. No, I hit 18K in January, last January, over a year ago. And in June, I got to 18.6, right? I got to 18,600 subscribers. And then I got stuck. Baby, when I say I would go up 1, lose 3, go up 5, lose 6, go up 7, lose 2. It was just for the last 7 months, it has been so frustrating that my subscriber count was just not significantly moving. And last week, I kind of know part of what happened, and I'll tell y'all more later when I'm going to test out my hypothesis and see. I kind of know a little bit about why I kind of stopped. Part of it is on me, but part of it, I think, is just across the board. A lot of my friends that are YouTubers were having a lot of the same problem as well. You think people were having Bishop robbery withdrawals. Maybe that's what it was too. Maybe that's what it was too. I don't know. But last week, I gained almost 100 subscribers in 1 week. So if you're new here, come on down. If you're a new subscriber, come on down and wave to the people. Welcome. But I have not had that kind of a surge in over 8 months. I have not gained that many subscribers in 1 week in over 8 months. So whatever it was, I hope it's over. Whatever YouTube was punishing me for, whatever. So we actually hit 18.7 this week. We hit 18,700 subscribers this week. I got to the point where I just was so frustrated. I just stopped paying attention to my numbers. I stopped looking at my subscribers because it was just it was getting so frustrating. Like I said, It's a combination of things, but I don't want to speak too much on it because I don't want to piss off the YouTube gods. So we just gonna say thank you. We're just gonna say thank you. And we're gonna move on. So thank you. Yeah, come on down. If you're new here, come on down and say hi. You will get more subscribers doing the Beyond the Gaze review because I swear to waiting for that reviews weekly. I know, but that's on the other channel. So, and that was part of the reason why I separated the channel, because I felt like one thing about an algorithm is very sensitive. If you're on TikTok, you understand what I mean. An algorithm is very sensitive. So I separated my channel so I would just do celebrity news and gossip over here and do TV show reviews over there so it wouldn't be so convoluted, because I felt like that was part of my problem. And for a while, it seemed like it was working until, like I said, until I hit the wall. But again, I think it was a variety of reasons why I hit the wall. And again, part of it is on me. And I'm going to wait a couple of more weeks and see what's going on. Make sure this wasn't just, just a little blurb. And then I'll tell y'all. All right, let's get into the church announcements real quick. Y'all know we are going on a trip, honey. We're going on 2 trips. So the first trip is Books and Bourbon. We are going to Louisville, Kentucky, to the Louisville Book Festival. And then we are going to be checking out some distilleries while we are there, honey. We are going to be checking out some distilleries while we are there. It is the weekend of October the 10th through the 12th of 2025. I do have a hotel link. If you are interested in joining us, I have a block of rooms at a hotel on Whiskey Row. I've stayed at that hotel before. I like the hotel. You can read the reviews. The hotel gets great reviews. And it is in walking distance of a couple of distilleries. And it's in a really good location in downtown Louisville. There's a diner across the street. There's a restaurant inside of the restaurant inside of the hotel. There's a coffee shop inside of the hotel. There's also like I think it's a Firehouse Subs or something across the street. Not Firehouse. What's that other one? Not Firehouse. What's that other restaurant that sells the subs? Not Jersey Mike's, not Firehouse. What is that other restaurant? Anyway, it's a sub shop across the street. And so and like I said, it's in walking distance. So we are going. If you are interested in joining us and you want more information, we do have an IG group where I've been dropping stuff in the group. So you guys, the link and everything is in there for the hotel and all of that. And it is, just hit me up on IG and I'll add you to the group. I've also put together a souvenir package. The souvenir package includes a t-shirt, your ticket to 2 tastings at a distillery, a swag, a piece of swag from the book festival, and transportation to the book festival. That is all the things that it includes. It is $150 and it is due by July the 1st. So, August the 1st. On August the 1st is the last day that I will be able to take t-shirt orders. As far as everything else, I'll let you guys know what the hard cutoff is for the tickets for the distillery. Because of the group, I won't know until we know what the size of the group is. So that's why I have to cut everything off on August the 1st. So I'll know what my group size is so I can get the tickets because some of the distilleries, because of size, we might have to do 2 different time slots and stuff like that. I've been doing my research and getting that information. So it depends on the size of the group, but the hard cutoff is August the 1st, so I can buy the tickets. I might have to make the cutoff of July the 1st, but I'll let you guys know. But right now, you got plenty of time, and you can Cash App it to me. You got plenty of time to get it to me, and so forth and so on. Yeah, it's a Jimmy John's. That's it, Jimmy John's. It's a Jimmy John's. It's right across the street as well. Not y'all gonna start train walking down, Lord. Chuck gonna put us in a boot camp, honey. Chuck got us in a boot camp, okay? So again, if you want more details, more information, hit me up on Instagram. I could put you in the group, and we'll move forward from there. Okay. Now, the other trip that we're going on, that your deposit is a little more urgent right now, is the cruise, honey. We are getting on a ship. And the tribe is going to Bahamas. We're going to Perfect Day at Coco Cay. The cruise is February the 6th through the 9th of 2026. However, the deposit to hold your room, to hold this price really, is due by April the 4th. Your deposit is due by April the 4th. Right now, your ocean view balcony is $879 for double occupancy, $1,652 for single occupancy. We have interior rooms, which are $639 for double occupancy, $1,772 for single occupancy. Now, you can get Boardwalk and Central Park rooms. They are available upon request. El Teddy actually called in and got a room on the Boardwalk, and they just added him to our group. We did call last week and I think we got 2 Boardwalk after. We called last week. Cruiser called last week and got 2 rooms added to 2 Boardwalk rooms added. So we do actually have 2 Boardwalk rooms now. So if you're interested in getting a Boardwalk room, we do have some that are already added to our group. Those rooms, we will be able to hold those rooms those prices until November. Damn it. Hold on, let me stop. The prices are good until April the 4th. So that's about 2 more weeks to hold your room. The final payment is not due until November the 23rd. So you got about, you can pay $50 a payday, $100 a payday, so that it's not a big balloon payment that creeps up on you in the end, right? But in order to hold your room, you need to make your deposit by November the 4th to hold that price. Now, you can still join us after November. I keep saying November, after April the 4th. You can still join us after April the 4th. However, you are going to, I can't guarantee the price. I just can't guarantee the price. So, and that's just being honest. I'm not trying to scare anybody but I just, we can only hold it. And honestly, y'all, the prices are going up. If you look, I'm sorry, Kitty Doc. And El Teddy told me I needed to make this bigger. Hold on. Let me take the ticker down. And El Teddy did tell me I needed to make the everything bigger on the flyer. So I need to redo this flyer. But the number is at the bottom. I'm sorry. It's 1-800-465. Lord, I can't read my own. 465-3595. That's the group sales number. And then the group ID number is 312-7874. And the name of the group is Tribe Bowl. TRIBEBOWL. I'm going to have to make that bigger. El Teddy told me I need to make that bigger. And when I put the ticker on, you guys can't see it. So I apologize. Yes. Anybody need to take a picture, a screenshot? I'm going to leave it up for a few more seconds. Sorry about that, Kitty Doc. Jimmy John's, the CEO, sponsors African safari poaching trips. Oh, well, yeah, we don't need to eat there. And honestly, I really don't like Jimmy John's, but I just remember it being right across the street from the hotel. I'm not a big Jimmy John's fan. I've only eaten there. I can honestly say I've eaten there twice. And one time was when I was in Louisville last year. I went there. I went there after I went out walking on Saturday. I walked to the book festival and I walked back and I stopped there to get something to eat on my way into the hotel. And that's only the second time I've ever eaten there. But that's it right there. I'll leave it up for a few more seconds in case anybody needs to take a screenshot. Y'all, we already have 9 cabins booked. So I'm excited because I know there's at least 9 cabins that are booked. So we're going to have a good time. And for those of you that are looking for the Trace Your Kids, they are booked. Abby is booked and El Teddy is booked. So that's going to be a good time. That's going to be a good time. I wish you could come too, Tracy. I wish you could come too. You calling tomorrow? Yes, Kitty, Doc. All right. We ready to see you. We ready to see you. All right. Again, I put this on my community wall, but y'all know I'll put it on the community wall again at the top. And one last thing, and then we're gonna get to the stuff. I know people who are looking at like she talk about too much stuff on the front end. But we gotta get these trips straight. We gotta get these trips straight. Ravine is booked, yes. And if y'all telling yourselves, that's fine, but I'm not gonna tell on who booked. But if y'all telling yourselves, then no problem. But yes, Ravine is booked, honey. Ebby is coming to Louisville too. Yes, Ebby is coming to Louisville. I understand, Don. Listen, you and me both, because I ain't look. Whew, Lord. Anyway, this boss babe situation is a whole situation. But anyway, last but not least, I do have hotel information as well for the cruise. I will be staying in Orlando the night before. And like I've told you guys before, if you stay at the same hotel where I'm staying the night before, I will pay your transportation to the ship. We're all going to be leaving the hotel at the same time. We all going to be going to the ship. I will cover your transportation to the ship. We're going to all ride down to the Uber and get us to that ship. Okay. So, yeah. So there's that. Okay. With that being said, let's get into the things, y'all. Let's get into it. So we have a little bit of an update. Last week we talked about Quad's new man and his situation. There was a judgment rendered in that case. Okay, there was a judgment rendered in that case, but the amount, I believe, has not been made public. The amount won't be made public until later on this week. I think the 27th is when we'll get the full amount of how much the judgment was for. We know in the court documents they were asking for $500,000, give or take a few thousand, for the car being missing and the interest and all of the things. Now, I saw the comments on my other channel where people were like, Quad's man ain't even a part of this. He not even the principal person. I never said he was, y'all, but we're not going to negate the fact that his name is in the document. He is one of the people being sued. And we're not going to negate the fact that that is his company. He said it on Married to Medicine. Quad said it on Married to Medicine. So I understand that y'all like Quad. I don't have no beef with Quad. I was just reading the documentation. It's the company that he says is his, and his name, his full government name, is on that paperwork. I ain't saying he guilty. I'm saying he a part of it. Well, his company is a part of it. He may have been woefully ignorant to the situation, but we're not going to negate the fact that his name was on that paperwork. Okay? All right. Moving right along. Okay. There's that update. Kandi has also given us an update on her legal situation with the guy suing her about Blaze. She said, listen, her name has been removed from that lawsuit as of, I believe, the date of whatever this interview was. I don't know if that was last Friday or last Thursday, but she said that her name has been removed from that lawsuit, and that basically it was a dispute over repairs between the landlord and I guess the person who did the repairs, because Kandi made it seem like it didn't have nothing to do with her. So I'm assuming that it has to do with the landlord, the person who owns that building, and the person who did the repairs on that building. I still don't understand how that absolves Blaze, but Kandi said that her name has been removed from the lawsuit because it does not involve her. Now, that's what Kandi said. Okay, that is what Kandi said. All right, moving right along. Those are our updates. Now, let's get into... Yeah, I guess they'll split it up and each one of them will have to pay a certain amount of money, I guess, child. I don't know. George Foreman passed away. I believe it was on Friday. I found out late Friday, and I started to go live to kind of do a RIP for him, but it was really late Friday, and I was really tired. But George Foreman, I'm just going to read you guys a little bit if you're not familiar with George Foreman. George Foreman died on Friday at 76 years old, leaving behind one of the single greatest legacies in sports. He authored some of the biggest knockouts in boxing history, the most celebrated of which came 20 years apart. In 1968, he won Olympic gold for the United States at just 19 years old, just a few years removed from being a wayward child in Houston's Fifth Ward, in which he dropped out of high school and committed petty crimes to make ends meet. After he won gold in Mexico City, he famously walked around the ring waving a small American flag, a gesture that meant different things to different people right in the heart of the civil rights movement, but a powerful sight. As a professional, he raced out of 30. What? As a professional, I'm going to just say he had a 37-0 record in the span of 5 years before truly arriving on the scene in Kingston, Jamaica in January of 1973 to face the mighty Joe Frazier, less than 2 years after Smoking Joe beat Muhammad Ali in the fight of the century. It was there that Foreman turned the boxing world cold blood, knocking Frazier down 6 times before the fight was mercifully stopped in the second round. The aftershock carried for decades, and Howard Cosell's words from that night have become like a soundtrack to the fight night psyche. And Foreman stood over the scene. Down goes Frazier, down goes Frazier. You guys have heard that Howard Cosell saying, down goes Frazier, because nobody thought he could go down. Okay. Yet it wasn't the victories that ultimately came to define Foreman's life. It was the defeats and the epiphanies and genuine convictions, the leaps of faith he took, which came to define him. It was the greatness he inspired when he fought Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle in Zaire. He was regarded as an indifferent juggernaut, came to execute the people's champion. Such a Goliath figure was he that many chose to fight. Many close to the fight were worried for Ali's life, which from the Foreman perspective was a dark place from which to work. And then for those of us my age, we remember that he made a comeback in the 1990s. He emerged and he won a champion. He got his belt back. Like, he won the championship in the 1990s. And then, of course, he went on to become a commentator. And let's not forget the grill. Okay. We're not going to forget the George Foreman grill. Okay. So, yeah. So there's that, you guys. So he passed away. Boy, 2025 is taking no prisoners. Okay. 2025 is taking no prisoners. All right, moving right along. Kandi sort of responded to Tamar. She basically called her a clown. Like, I don't have the energy for clowns. I really have a lot of other things going on, and I don't really have the energy for that. Tamar then responded by posting a video of Kandi singing, a bad video of Kandi singing. But Tamar, girl, we got videos of you. There was a video last year when you was down at the little performance down in Atlanta where you couldn't even get your breath and you was singing off key. So, girl, like, we're not gonna go there and start posting videos of people having bad days. Because listen, I ain't saying that Kandi is the best singer in the world, but I'm sure people can find both sides. I had the grill. I don't have it anymore. I used to have a George Foreman grill. I lost it in I know where I lost it. I lost it in my move, one of my moves, but I know the last place I had it. I think I just didn't. I think I threw it away. I think it just got too, old and whatever. Yeah, I didn't know there was a rotisserie. Not that I would buy one, because I don't cook like that for me to be buying no rotisserie chicken. But anyway. But honestly, at this point, Tamar, girl, you losing and you losing bad. Like, I really think you just need to go sit down somewhere and just stop. They said that Tawanda got married this weekend and Tamar was not there. But honestly, that's what it was, Chuck. I'm going to be honest with you. I had a George Foreman grill, and I think that's what it was for me. I think I just got tired of cleaning it, and I wasn't probably cleaning it the best of my ability. And at a certain point, I was like, yeah, it was good for a minute. I'm going to tell you what else it used to do for me, and maybe I used to cook it too long. It used to dry my chicken out. Did y'all have that problem? Maybe I was cooking it too long, because my chicken used to be dry, like chicken breast. But maybe I was just cooking it too long. But anyway, I wasn't surprised to find out that Tamar wasn't allegedly not at Tawanda's wedding for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, we remember that clip from Braxton Family Values that was circulating the internet where Tawanda and Tamar seemed like they still was beefing, and Tamar was saying how Tawanda you never had that problem. It was probably me. Y'all know I can't cook. It was probably me. With Tawanda, Tamar was saying that Tawanda don't call her, and she only call her when it's time to film. And Tawanda was like, "Girl, look, I'm just tired. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of your energy. Girl, I'm tired. I'm just tired." So I really wasn't surprised. Also, I have seen video clips on TikTok of Tawanda's bridal trip. They went to, I want to say they went to Mexico, and I saw like TikToks and stuff, and Tamar wasn't there. Trina was there. There was somebody, who was it? It was who was it? Was it the I Love Your Smile? The I Love Your Smile girl? Was it her TikTok? I hate to call her the I Love Your Smile girl, but for y'all know her name is escaping me right now. Shanice. I don't know if it was Shanice. I don't know if it was her Instagram. It was somebody's Instagram, and it wasn't one of the Atlanta crew. It was somebody outside of Atlanta. So I think it was Shanice. But anyway, they went down to Mexico. And I didn't see Tawanda in any of those video clips. And that was for Tawanda's, bridesmaids, her bridal shower trip. And then I saw she had a Bridgerton themed bridal shower. She won't there either, child. She won't there. At least I didn't see her. I did not see her in any pictures. So I wasn't surprised to find out that Tamar wasn't at the wedding. And I'm sure they were all right there in Atlanta together. And to be clear, Tamar may have been invited because they probably filmed it for Braxton Family Values, because y'all know they filming for season 2. So it's probably being filmed for the show. So I'm sure she got invited. Yeah, that shower did look a hot mess. It looked a mess. I don't know what. It was supposed to be a Bridgerton thing. It was a mess. It was a real mess. It really looked tacky as hell. But I think Tawanda's tacky, so whatever. But yeah, Tawanda married that boy, Sean. That boy Sean that she been messing with. Remember, he proposed to her last season. On the last season of Braxton Family Values, he proposed to her. So I'm sure the wedding is going to be on this season. So I'm sure Tamar was invited, because if nothing else, she was invited because the wedding is going to be on the show. Whether Tawanda wanted her there or not. Then again, maybe that's going to be a storyline for the show that Tawanda didn't invite her. I don't know. But I'm sure we're going to find out about it on the show, all about the wedding, who got invited and who did not get invited. I'm sure. Okay. All right, y'all. We got almost 200 people in here. I hope my likes match. Listen, they free 99, you guys. If you could please do me a favor and hit that like button. I know y'all hate when content creators stop the commentary and ask y'all to hit the like button, but we wouldn't do it if it wasn't important, right? We wouldn't stop our commentary and ask y'all to do it if it wasn't important. But it's free 99. Just slide on over, hit that thumbs up, and I appreciate it. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. That's free too. If you want to donate to the platform, donations are not required, but they are accepted. You can go ahead and hit you can send me a super chat, or you can send me a cash app. All right. Speaking of cash app, now last week we said that they add an Afterpay. Well, Klarna, which is basically Afterpay. Klarna is now linking up with DoorDash so that you can, put your food on layaway, which is basically all it is. Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm, all it is layaway on the back end, right? It's layaway on the back end. Instead of paying for the stuff first before you get it, you get the thing and then you pay for it after the fact. That's really what it is. So now Cash App is linking up with Afterpay. So for all of y'all that have y'all Afterpays, you can now pay for your Afterpays on your Cash App. So if you got your Cash App and your Afterpay linked up, then you can do it there. And for some people, that'll make life easier for them. Maybe you don't have Apple Pay. Maybe you don't have a bank account, debit card, whatever the situation is. So for some people, that might make it better. So I don't know when it goes into effect. But it's saying that Afterpay and Cash App will be linking up so that you can pay for your Afterpays through the Cash App. That's what the people are telling me. So you don't have to link your bank account anymore. Once they put it in effect, I guess not. Me, Klarna, and Instacart go together real bad. I know that's right, Tracy. Tracy said we go together real bad. I've never tried, like I said, I've used Klarna, but for clothes and stuff. I've used Affirm. I think I used Afterpay like once or twice. But I've used all of them at one point in time, but I've never used them for like food and stuff. Not saying it's wrong. Do you spend your money how you want to spend your money? I'm just saying I've never done it. If you need Afterpay for takeout food, you don't need to be eating takeout food at home. Listen, I ain't judging. I'm just saying. It's just giving DoorDash an excuse to go up on their fees, child. That's what I was saying the other day. I said, by the time you pay the DoorDash fees and you pay the other fees and the other fees, child, you be better off driving to the store. If you got a car, you be better off driving to the store. Right. We listen. We don't judge. We need a black-owned pay app. Peter Thiel is Trump's boy. Yeah, we do. I agree with you, TT. I agree with you. Chuck say, I don't know about them. I judge. You know what, Chuck? I'm not doing this with you. I do the paying for. Yeah, I've done that too over on PayPal. I've done paying for on PayPal before too. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and say I ain't never done none of these things. I have. Now I don't make it a habit. You know what I'm saying? But I absolutely have. Hell, I'm about to do it again next week for something else. Okay. But like I said, my goal is to always pay it off before the interest kicks in. And like I said, I've done it. I'm done it. Moving right along. Child, they said they have made a Magic City documentary. And it has been purchased by, hold on, let me not tell a lie. Let me tell y'all who it was purchased by. Because the documentary I believe the documentary has already been completed. But it is going to be on, hold on, let me get it for y'all. Magic City. I just saw it. Child, y'all know I got so much stuff in my phone that I need to delete. Magic City. Here it is right here. Stars. It's going to be on Stars. So Stars picks up the docuseries about Magic City, Atlanta's iconic strip club. Now, listen. I'm going to say this to the same people that I said about Freaknik. If you think there's a possibility that you will be in this documentary, go on and let your people know now. Okay? I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back. If you think that there's a possibility that you're going to be in this documentary, go on, get your people ready now. That's all I'm going to say, because we went through this with the Freaknik documentary. Now, I was safe, but I know some people not so much. So if you think, now I don't know what years, somebody said what years. I don't know the years. I don't know when the document, but you know, when Magic City was in its heyday, you know when the Jermaine Dupri's was rapping about Magic City and the BMF was down to the and Diddy and all that. Y'all know when them people was down there every weekend. Y'all know what it was. So I'm just saying, get yourself together. Oh yeah, you know it's some pastors right now that's tight. Baby, it's some pastors right now that's tight. It's some mamas. It's some mamas that done rehab their life. They don't live that life no more. And they might just let your people know. That's all. Just tell your people. Just get them together. Some deaconess, some evangelists, You know, some pastors, preachers, bishops, you know, just let the people know. Just tell them. And tell them before the trailer drops. See what I'm saying? Don't even wait for the trailer, because you might be up in the trailer. Just go and tell them now. Ooh, the politicians, yes. Ooh, inform the politicians. Just let them people know. That's all I'm going to say, is let them people know that it is a possibility that you will be in that documentary. That's all I'm going to say to the people. That's all I'm going to say to the people. Moving right along, that was my public service announcement. That was some of y'all might need to tell your bosses too. Anyway, that was my public service announcement for this live. That was my public service announcement. Oh, I had one more thing about Kandi. I think I told y'all this before, but again, congratulations to Kandi and Todd. Othello is breaking records down to the, hold on. Treese, stop it. Treese, I saw your text, Lord. You know we're going to probably be messy over here, Sharice, and review it. You know we're going to be messy. Cajun said, but you will never have to worry about me being in that or any other documentary involving the strip club. Child, moving right along. Cajun, he done dropped down to be messy. Now, I think that's the last. We got two more things to cut up. And allegedly, now I told y'all last week that Louis Ruelas, Teresa Giudice's husband, owes $2.5 million in back taxes. That has been confirmed. The paperwork has been posted. But allegedly, this has not been confirmed. So this is allegedly. But allegedly, remember that business, that business he was, Vivian, that we talked about a few months ago, where the party planner said she was owed all this money, and it was all these shady dealings, business deals, and he was all mixed up in it. And y'all remember we talked about Vivian? We did that whole video on the lawsuits and all that going on with Vivian. Well, allegedly, Louis Ruelas is under investigation as it relates to his connection to Vivian. So I'm thinking that Vivian might be under investigation, and because he's a major investor, you know, it's so facto he's a part of it. But it ain't looking good, Teresa, girl. And you don't have a prenup. Girl, and you don't have a prenup. Teresa, you better come out that damn love bubble you claim you in and smell the damn coffee. Moving right along. Now remember, see, this really a lot of follow up. Last week we did talk about that Bravo Andy. There was supposed to be this whole announcement that Andy was supposed to be making a major announcement next month in April. And people were speculating that he was going to step down. He was retiring. He was, you know, all these things. And Andy came out last week and was like, listen, I'm not making any major announcement next month. I don't know where this is coming from. I'm not stepping down. He said the only thing that's going on in April is that their upfronts are happening, and upfronts and TV talk is where they're basically going to tell you about new shows that are coming up. Maybe, you know, show you a little sneak peek of the shows that they already have in the can. And he was like, I don't know where that came from. I'm not quitting. I'm not stepping down. I'm not retiring. I'm not nothing. None of those things are happening. So I'm not sure where that came from. Well, come to find out that announcement is supposed to be some sort of new show, a new franchise. And I watched the video that I watched, made it seem like that Andy was a liar, but he didn't lie. He said upfronts. He just said he wasn't making any major announcement, but that Bravo was making some announcements. So what I found out is that allegedly, Heather Gay is getting a spinoff for her beauty lab. For those of you that watch the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, it's going to be a spinoff for her, a la Vanderpump Rules. You know, Heather running her beauty lab. They're hiring a bunch of people who don't really work there just to be on reality TV and totally screw up. And it's supposed to be a whole thing. So allegedly that is happening. From what I'm told, they've already put out like a cast call. And they actually are already in pre-production or whatever. So that's the one thing that I heard. The other rumor that I heard is that they are announcing a new spinoff show that these are some of the possibilities. It may include either a Real Housewives of Charleston. Y'all know Charleston has been really big on Bravo's radar lately, with Southern Charm and then Southern Hospitality. So they said that maybe they're looking at bringing a new city to the Real Housewives franchise. We know, I believe we heard about Seattle. I believe we heard about Vancouver. So I think we know that they were talking about doing a new city, but they also said that they may be looking at giving Teresa a spinoff. Teresa says that she wants to open up a restaurant with her daughters, and maybe it's going to be a spinoff with Teresa and her daughters. I have no idea, you guys. And the person who did this video was just doing a lot of speculating, but it does sound like the Heather thing is sort of gonna happen. I see the comments in the chat. Yeah, I don't really care about Heather and her beauty lab, especially since it's just going to be Heather acting like an oversized teenager with her staff doing stupid shit all the time. We might have one or two scenes where she has to actually put her foot down to be stern, but we know what it is. You know what I mean? We know what it's really. And then come to find out those people are going to probably not even be people that really work there. You know? Yeah, I don't have any interest in any of that. I'm honestly not interested in a Charleston Real Housewives spinoff. I'm going to be honest with you. I tried to watch I tried to watch a season of Southern Charm, the Charleston Southern Charm, and it made me feel really icky because in my mind, I just felt like these were frat boys that called people niggas and disrespected Black women. Like, I'm not saying that they were. I'm not saying that any of these men did, but that's how I felt. Like, watching this, I watched one season, and I don't even think I reviewed it because I didn't even know half of what was going on, but I tried to watch one season, and it just made me feel icky. It just made me feel icky. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It just made me feel icky. Yeah, especially that one guy's grandmother or mother. I was like, yeah, I already know how you feel. Like, and I don't know these people from a hole in the wall, but that's just how I felt. You know what I'm saying? That is just how I felt. And I was like, I can't. It just didn't do nothing for me. So I don't think I'm interested in watching. I feel like if they do a spinoff in Charleston, they would have to be very, in this current climate, they would have to be very, very careful. Very much like what happened in Dallas. Very much like what happened with that lady on Salt Lake City when they found them old tweets and stuff like that. I think they just need to be very careful about who they choose to pick up. They better scrub. They better go through all their social media and all of that, because I just think, and again, I don't know these people, so I'm not calling them that. I'm saying that's how it made me feel, right? And it just made me feel icky. So I wasn't interested. Danielle says she loves Southern Charm. You said Southern Charm? I think that's a typo. I mean, I think that's an auto. You know how autocorrect. I watched it and it made me feel like I was somewhere I ain't had no business being. Yeah, Lock Queen. It just made me feel like, am I supposed to be here? The red hair girl on the show, I think her name is Madison, was swinging on the back of the house, and she probably declared this used to be a slave cemetery. I was done. See, that's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying, Shawnette? That's how I felt. Oh, Lovely Soul said, I'm from Charleston. You are spot on. Okay, see? Thank you. Now, somebody says Southern Charm. Southern Charm is the bomb. Now, I loved Southern Charm New Orleans. I feel like that needs another season. They need to bring that back. They need to bring back Martha's Vineyard, Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. There used to be There used to be a redhead girl on Southern Charm. They did. Because the season I watched, that girl was on there. The one that had the baby by the guy. She was a redhead. And either she died, either it was fake red or real red. But it was a redhead with the season I watched. I don't remember enough about their storyline to give you more of a description than that. But she had the baby by the guy. She was dating the guy. They were like on again, off again, and then she dated the guy. I heard that they are bringing back Shaw's of Sunset. It's going to be like a reboot, so it's going to be like new people. But I did hear they were bringing back Shaw's of Sunset. Catherine. She's been gone. Yeah, I remember her. That's how long ago I watched it, was when she was still on there. Mm-hmm. All right. The last thing is Ralph in the basement. Listen. Yeah, I don't. So Ralph dropped. We talking about Drew Sidor's husband, soon-to-be ex-husband Ralph. We know that Ralph has to stay by court order. Ralph is still living in the house, but he's living in the basement. He can't come upstairs. Drew can't go downstairs. He has his own way in, his own way out, right? So on Friday, he dropped this clip, the same day that Drew dropped her album, by the way. He dropped this clip where I guess it looks like he's getting ready to start a podcast from the basement called Ralph in the Basement. He started his own YouTube channel. And he said basically he's going to use that platform to set the record straight when Drew lies on him. So he's already dropped a whole breakdown down. So let's read what Ralph has already told us, okay? Let's talk about it. So Ralph said, since Drew publicized sensitive and disparaging information surrounding our divorce on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I need to provide facts and complete details as the blogs are now spreading false and incomplete information. 1, the judge ordered that I move to the basement due to false allegations. So he's saying he's there because the judge told him to be there. Okay. 2, the judge ordered that I continue to pay all costs associated with the home and all vehicles, which I've paid for over 10 years. So he's saying all that Drew out here saying that she's got to pay this and she's got to pay that is a lie because he paid all the bills. And this is what Ralph's saying. 3, the judge ordered that Drew has temporary primary custody of the kids. 4, I have no idea where this asinine request for child support or alimony came from. It's not true, and you can't believe everything you hear. Now, I feel like I remember that being the divorce papers that people read online. I don't feel like that came from Drew. I feel like that came from like the divorce papers. I mean, I could be wrong, but I honestly feel like that didn't come from Drew. I feel like people read his divorce petition and it was in there. But, whatever. 5, the reason I'm in the house is because my kids mean the world to me and I refuse to lose access to them like many other dads. Right now, I can see them every day. If I left, I can only see them every other weekend. Now, see, Rob, this is where we're going to have a problem right now. Because literally, number 5 just contradicted number 1. Ralph, hey, number 5 just contradicted number 1. Number 1 says, the judge ordered that I move into the basement due to false allegations. But number 5 says, the reason I'm in the basement is because my kids mean the world to me. And I refuse to lose access to them like many other dads. Which one is it? Which one? I need to know which one it is. Which one is it? Either the judge said you better stay in that basement or you're in the basement because you don't want to lose access to your children. It can't be all of the... All right. Let's keep reading. Number 6, as details of our 2-year divorce are being made public, I'm taking the liberty to support men and families as they navigate unfortunate circumstances via my YouTube channel. I've learned a lot throughout this journey and sharing my experiences. Subscribe as it will be valuable and entertaining. Lastly, I'm gonna just go back to number 6 in a second. I need a minute. I need a minute. Lastly, I don't have any animosity towards Drew. I'm still taking care of her, my family, and have taken care of her family over our 10-year marriage, regardless if she acknowledges it or not. Put some respect on my name. Stop thinking everything you hear is true. By the end of this, people will owe me an apology, and I want it by Monday. By Monday of what date? Monday of January 35th? Monday, March the 38th? Monday, February the 30th? Like, what Monday you talking about, sir? Because this don't clear up nothing for me. This right here, this don't clear up nothing. So by March the what, sir? Like, right. So did you start the YouTube channel to help men navigate through divorce, or did you start the YouTube channel to clear up the lies that Drew was telling? See, this was the problem is with both y'all. This has been the problem from the beginning. Drew is a liar, but Ralph, you are a narcissistic ass liar. Like, I can't believe nothing that come out of either one of y'all mouths. Let's just call a thing a thing. I can't believe nothing coming out of either one of these mouths that y'all talking about. Sir, and honestly, I'm just going to go on and tell y'all the truth. I don't even care. Because we know Drew lied. Ralph, ain't no judge make you live in that basement if you said, Judge, I think it's best for me, my mental health, best for my children, that I find another place to live and just give me custody. I don't see no judge saying, no, stay in that basement, boy. I don't see that happening. I don't see a judge making you stay in the basement if you wanted to move out. I just don't. Now, again, I ain't nobody. I ain't been to nobody's divorce court. I'm the closest I've come to divorce court is watching Judge Maybelline. I don't even watch the new episodes with Star Jones. I'll be honest with you. I just know Judge Maybelline. So honestly, I can't say for certain that a judge would never say that. But my common sense tells me that I just don't see that happening. Now, that's what my common sense tells me. I mean, I could be wrong. But my common sense tells me that. But is it to set the record straight, or is it to help other men that's going through the same thing? Like, come on now. Right, it's all cap. It is. Right, you ain't been helping people. Now, all of a sudden, when the show dropped, miraculously, you got something to say. And on the same day as your wife dropping her new album. And now, I ain't saying that they was in cahoots together. I'm not even saying one has anything to do with the other, which we know it does, though. We know it. We know one got something to do with the other. But, child, If he leaves, he jeopardizes his rights to the property. Right, that's what I'm saying. We know why you still there. Stop playing in our face. That's what I'm saying. Just be lying. Anyway, y'all, I just came in to drop in to give y'all a quick 1-2-1-2. I'm about to head over to Dee's house to watch the RuPaul's Drag Race. I mean, to do the RuPaul's Drag Race review. I set up the redirect, so if you're interested in hearing about our thoughts on the latest episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, don't worry about it. You're going to be zapped right on over there. If not, you guys have a good evening. I will see you later on tonight to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Honey, we're going to get into that. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.